Once again, a very warm welcome to all the panelists and the attenders who are attending this session. Generative AI has become very much synonymous to business disruption nowadays, and especially with the launch of new tools such as ChatGPT, Google Bard, Ernie, and so on. With this new wave of disruption, businesses are searching for new pockets of value by leveraging this technology. Generative AI has never been a one-time phenomenon. It underwent a series of innovation that led to the proliferation of generative AI applications. Major breakthroughs and investments in transformer models, GANs, post 2019 led to a very strong foundation base for generative AI models that we know of today. For instance, OpenAI's GPT 3.5 model makes the underlying architecture for ChatGPT. Similarly, Google's Bard is powered by their large language models, Palm and Lambda. And all of these efforts collaboratively are catapulting towards generating more human-like content and experiences with such tools. Moving on, when we talk about the momentum at which the technology is growing, can we move on to the next slide? Yeah, okay. We see rising acceptance of this technology across leading CXOs, customers, partners, and investors. This especially became very much evident when ChatGPT garnered around 1 million plus users within just 7 days of its launch. We see a similar traction from research and development side as well, where 75% of the 250 plus patents filed since 2021 has already been granted. Similarly, there are over 100 plus large language models and GANs that have been released in the last 3 years itself. We see an exponential growth from investor side as well, wherein the investments in generative AI startups has increased by around 10 times just in the last 2 years. Overall, we are seeing this domain is expanding beyond ChatGPT and it's gaining positive sentiments across the demand and supply ecosystem. Up next, we have a view where we look at how generative AI will enable autonomy in enterprises. There are some key trends that culminated from this widespread adoption. While tools like ChatGPT and Google Bard were initially available to end users like us following a B2C model, now there is a rising need to customize these models to enterprise workflows. Recently, a startup called Jasper AI, they launched a business suite that customizes marketing campaigns to a business's product portfolio. Similarly, we are seeing a lot of players that are integrating these capabilities into their first-party products to elevate customer experience. There is also an upsurge in launching open source dataset libraries and LLMs. This is to help developers generate bias-free algorithms and customize them on their own datasets. As these tools are set to grow exponentially, there was an inherent need to prove and moderate the content that was being generated by AI. And hence, many technology players are coming up with tools that flag inappropriate content and avoid misinformation. With the onset of these tools, there has been a lot of speculations around whether generative AI will assist employees or replace them. We believe it will depend on the workloads, wherein generative AI can replace some of the skill sets or foster a co-working environment with the employees. Moving on, when we talk about bringing autonomy into enterprise workflows, we looked at how generative AI will impact multiple business functions. Cross functions such as customer service, sales and marketing, IT and admin will be the highest impacted functions, wherein we'll see some of the job profiles or skills getting replaced, and where we'll also notice that a lot of upskilling will happen in the future. For instance, in customer service, sales and marketing, generative AI will help in developing overall 360-degree customer profile and extract relevant customer data for executives to assist them with next recommended actions. Similarly, in IT and admin, we'll see tools generating, flagging, and debugging codes. This will in turn impact skills such as software testing and development. Where we are seeing some of the skill sets being replaced in such areas, we're also looking at some of the functions such as product development, supply chain, human resources, where generative AI will foster a co-working model with humans. For instance, such tools can help generate product designs that assist R&D employees accelerate product prototyping and development. Going forward, when we look at adoption of this particular technology across different industries, we are seeing that not all the industries are adopting this technology at the same rate. There are some verticals that have huge monetary appetite and are always experimenting with innovative technologies. Industries such as media and entertainment and retail will be the ones which will be at the forefront of adopting this technology. Whereas we believe industries such as financial services, healthcare, they will pick up pace once generative AI follows data governance and compliance protocols. Moving forward, when we talk about the top use cases that is being enabled by generative AI, it is paving its way very fast into cross-functional or horizontal areas. Depending on the current adoption, high business impact use cases such as code generation, cognitive search, incident root cause analysis, marketing content generation will be the ones where businesses will reap maximum value by integrating generative AI models. And these use cases are likely to mature in the next 1 to 2 years. In the long term, generative AI will integrate into more advanced technologies. It will act as an enabler for technologies such as metaverse, where it will drive use cases such as virtual avatar creation, NFT generation, and 3D virtual advisors. Up next, based on the current use case adoption and the market trends, we believe there are these four categories which will transform generative AI domain in the future. Currently, large-scale adoption of generative AI is being hindered by data privacy and regulations as these models need access to customer data. Hence, accelerated adoption of generative AI will mandate the need for AI governance in this space. We have already seen many countries such as UAE, China, and UK coming up with their own set of protocols and rules around governing generative AI. Secondly, when it comes to correct prompts, these are very imperative to get desired output from these tools. Hence, we will see tools aimed at prompt optimization to grow in the near future. To truly create a very cohesive experience, generative AI will integrate with metaverse to pave new opportunities to customer experience. And lastly, sustainability will become very much central to enterprises technology, especially when it comes to these models, because they require huge compute resources as these are trained on billions of parameters. Hence, the ecosystem will push for sustainable alternatives to these tools. With this, I would like to wind up my presentation.